Welcome to Tibalt's Apprentice. It's been a long time and I've missed talking to you guys. Obviously that's my fault for not making another video, but I gotta say, just with so much Magic products coming out and stuff, I'm just burned out and overwhelmed. Overthinking this stuff too much is maybe a better example, and better example of what I'm feeling and why I haven't done that. But that's not what you're here to hear about. What you're here to hear about is Mizzix of the Izmagnus. Now, this is a deck that three out of the core four play in my group. And while the other two players that chose this commander have chose to go on the infinite turns route, that's not what I'm going for. I'm not looking to play solitaire. That's not a judgment call against their decks per se, but rather just I want to do something a little bit more interactive. And I understand that this deck can be built with the intent of going CEDH with it, or maybe something close to it at any rate. But I wanted something a little bit more interactive than that. So now, having said that, I'm not above taking some extra turns. They're expensive ones, and they're, it takes a little bit to get to the Beacon of Tomorrow and park the Water Veil. But I'm not playing turn after turn after turn to search for a win condition. I know what my win condition is, and I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to play those cards when I come close to being able to close out the game. Mostly I'm playing for control and disruption and just to have fun and actually be more interactive throughout the game. Having said that, though, I do have some hate cards in here. So I guess I kind of classify this as kind of small hate and big hate cards. Let's take a look at the small hate cards. Small hate cards such as telepathy, more of a nuisance for everybody at the table. Stoneshaker Shaman, I probably don't need to talk to you about this because you've watched this channel at any point. You know I love that one. It's kind of a mind your own business and just play stuff on your own turn, not on my turn. A couple of other things like a Rebuild and Vandal Blast to get rid of all those other artifacts that are out there that everybody is using to ramp up. And then we get to the big hate cards. A big hate in the form of Ixtron. I think I'm saying that right. Anyhow. And Anarchy. That's just straight up hate for white at the table. Now, so I'm not necessarily playing a friendly, low-powered deck. It's a mid-range deck, I guess. Heaven help my friends if I ever figure out how to make the Firebraid work, or rather with the stasis. I really just need something in there to wash the mana and just lock up the game. So I do have my hate cards in there and so on. But some of the other more fun combos, I guess that's the word for it. What I'm going for with this deck is I'm going for the Grand Architect and Pillow Pow. If you've seen this, you know how this works. Other blue creatures you control get a +1/+1. You can spend a blue and target creature becomes blue until end of turn. Tap an untapped blue creature you control to add 2 to your mana pool. Spend this only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Well, Pilla is one of the unique cards for 2 generic mana that is flying. And for 2 mana and untapping, you're going to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. You can see how that goes. The object here, of course, is to get that infinite mana, cast your Blue Sun Zenith or your Stroke of Genius, and then if your Psychosis Crawler is on the board, well, you can either run them out of cards or you can kill everybody at the table using that Psychosis Crawler. That's just a quick look at the top end of the deck. Other than that, though, there's a couple of things that are kind of at odds with each other when I play this deck, so I need to keep that in mind. There's a lot of X spells in this deck, and there's a lot of spells that allow you to dig deep into the deck and play the first 4 or 5 cards off the top of the deck. And obviously those X spells don't work too well, so you've got to be careful of that. To make sure that my spells get through, a Sphinx of the Final Word. Something else to keep in mind, though, is not to burn the flashback cards that I have in here, such as Mystic Retrieval, Echo of Eons, Devil's Play, and Magnus, well, not Magnus of the Wheel, rather Devil's Play. There we go. Those are the 3 with flashback. Don't burn those or exile them too quickly, because Charmbreaker Devils and Mystic Sanctuary may get those cards back for me earlier if I need them. Magnus of the Wheel, why did I put this aside? I think it was just one of those things where you can just... Does that kind of fit into the hate category? I don't know. I guess it depends on how the game is going at the time. At any rate, just want to take a minute to say hi to everybody, let you guys know I'm still here. There will be more stuff coming. If you're not tuning in for the arena stuff, which I've been fairly consistent with, there will be more Commander stuff coming. So, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching.